When my Crohn's and colitis was bad, I felt like I was just being nickeled and dimed for everything. And one day I actually sat down and calculated how much money I was spending every month on just trying to fix my gut, and I was getting nowhere. I was having no results. I still looked like a stick. But now I don't have any symptoms. I'm not paying any of these health expenses. I'm going to show you how much I was spending and how I fixed it. My name's Mike, the Heal Your Gut Guy. Like I said, I used to have horrible Crohn's and colitis, but I fixed it by getting to the root cause. I've helped many other people do this with my program, and you can check it out at healyourgutguy.com. So this is just monthly expenses right here. So I would normally go to the GI doctor like once a month, and that was about 50 bucks because I had copay. And I would get there. Ahead of time. I would have to wait sometimes 30 minutes to an hour after the scheduled time that I got there. The receptionists were rude. I'd have to take time off of work. I'd have to sit in traffic. I'd have to sit in a rush hour. It was not fun. And then when I did get to see him, it was very rushed. I never felt like he understood what he was doing. He was just always just trying random stuff and trying to get me out the door as fast as possible. And I lived in Washington, D.C. at the time. I tried multiple GI doctors, and I felt this way just about every single time. Every time I had to try to have a conversation, hey, what's the root cause? They go, here, take these drugs. I don't know. Stop asking questions. I was usually getting at least like some sort of test. So on average, that was 50 bucks a month. I was on Pentasa or mesalamine. It's like $500 a month if you don't have insurance. But my copay had it at 50 bucks a month, and I had a very good insurance plan at the time. I was always on some random drug to see what it would do, so that was like another 25 to 50 bucks a month, but let's leave it at 25. I was on a biologic, which I did every other month, and that was a pretty expensive copay. So we're going to average that out at about 100 bucks a month. Then I was taking a probiotic, I was taking multiple probiotics. That's about 50 bucks a month, one bottle, 50 bucks. I was always watching YouTube and doing research, so probably at least once a week I was buying a $50 bottle of something. Every time I go to the grocery store, I was always buying some tincture or some multivitamin or, some goji berries or something that I thought was going to help me with my gut issues. So that's about $200 a month. And then I had the best healthcare package at work, which was an additional 200 bucks a month that I did not need. I didn't need it. So when you factor that all together, that was about 750 bucks a month. 750 bucks a month. That's like you could almost buy like a new iPhone every single month with that amount of money. And there was probably at least once a year I was doing some sort of a big, whether it was like a colonoscopy or an MRI or a CT scan or something. And copay will only cover so much of that. So that would be like $500 to $1,000 there. But if we taking time off of work, if I went to a health conference, 500 bucks for a ticket to the health conference, 500, and that's for a cheap health conference. 500 for a plane ticket if you're lucky, and then another 500 for hotels, and then you got to feed yourself while you're there, and then it's you're on the special diet. Well, it adds up so fast, and it's not just money; it's precious brain power. This brain power could be going into your career, so you could make more money, or it could just be for leisure things. But if you take this and you multiply it by 12, it's about $10,000 a year. What would you do with an extra $10,000 a year? You could go on vacation. You can put a down payment on a car. You could buy a very nice computer. You could buy the newest phone. You would be sick of going to music concerts by that time. Maybe you could get into Taylor Swift for that price. I'm not sure how much she is now. You could buy the clothes and shoes. You can do a lot with an extra $10,000 a year in your pocket. And it's actually very easy to fix when you know the root cause of the problem. I was always angry and frustrated at everything. They knew this. This was common knowledge. Like, so GI doctors really don't have an excuse for not knowing the root cause. Because Crohn's disease, it was discovered by Dr. Burrell Crohn. And if you read his book about Crohn's disease, he says it's caused by stress. And the best treatment is to help somebody come to peace with the stressful thing that happened to them right before they got put into the ER. And boy, if you go to the ER, you go to the hospital unexpected, that's $5,000. I just took a friend, one of my friends, my next door neighbors went to the ER, and he's a nurse. He's a nurse, so you think they would like give him a deal, or you would know like a trick to not get completely gouged. He didn't spend the night. He got a few tests. And he got like a $5,000-$6,000 bill just to go to the ER. Your gut health. It's the biggest, number one, single biggest cause of bankruptcy in America. You have to get your gut health under control. You have to. And they know the root cause. So I show you everything I did to get my gut health under control. When all hope was lost. Oh no, there's nothing we can do. We'll try this drug, we'll try that drug. Same with these other people that I'm showing you right here. Drugs didn't work, holistic stuff didn't work, diets didn't work. But hey, guess what? Actually addressing the traumatic event that put your gut into overdrive. Now they have an extra $10,000 in their bank account every single year. Over a decade, that's $100K.
Really, the next day after I started a program, I caught on real quick to the fact that the food intolerances I had that were mainly triggering these bouts of being bedridden were just all in my head. So relieved. And I went out and ate a burger, which I hadn't done for like 5 months. It tasted awesome. It tasted amazing. Ever since then, I've been eating whatever I want.